Hello, Mikel.
Hello.
Sorry to be predictable, but get a bit of team news if we can to start with. Martin Odegaard available?
Hopefully, yes. We have another training session today, but he's been progressing well, and hopefully he will be available.
So he picked up a concussion, is that right,
Yeah.
against Newcastle? So you've just been following protocols?
Yes, because we didn't know obviously how many days, depends on certain things, and at the end he got more delayed than we wanted, but we have to protect the player.
Gabriel Jesus played for Brazil.
Yeah.
Obviously he wasn't ready for the Burnley game, but is now available?
Well, he is available. He played 96, 97 minutes in a really competitive match. So, yeah, we have, as I said, another session. They had a long flight, and I have to see the condition of every single player to make the final call on the lineup.
And with Ben White, he trained away from the others yesterday in
Yeah.
the gym. What about him?
Again, hopefully if he is able to train today, he will be eligible to play, but it's a question mark to be resolved in the next few hours.
So they're all racing to be in contention?
Again, yes.
We do know, I guess we can assume that Aaron Ramsdale will start in goal.
Yeah.
How is he around the place when he knows for sure that he's going to be starting a Premier League game? Do you see a difference in his mood?
No, I think every player is willing to play, obviously, and they are all excited to play. And when a player, I think they are always expecting to play, and sometimes we disappoint the day before or a few hours before the match, but every player is willing to play.
If he has an amazing game, saved a couple of penalties, is involved in an assist, he's still probably not going to play on Wednesday though, right?
Hopefully he doesn't need to stop 2 penalties, and he does have an amazing game.
And just quickly, before we move on, Jurriën Timber obviously had a terrible start and a dream move to Arsenal. How is he has he managed to integrate into the club? How is he around the place?
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You talk to anybody in that building, everybody that gets close to him, it's a really special character. We've been really impressed when we sign him, because sometimes when you see the player live in your environment, training and playing, we went, wow, we have an incredible player. But then that player had a big setback and a really difficult moment to go through, and he's been really special in the way he has handled the situation. Really special.
It's been suggested to me, I hope I'm not giving anything away, that we might see him out on the grass at some point soon.
Well, I hope so. You know, doing what kind of activity, that's something very different. He's been for a few walks as well on the field, but that's still a bit far from competing, but he's in a good place.
Gordon Gate, the Anthony Gordon goal, that goal. Have you managed to send your observations yet to the FA?
Yes, we have, yeah. And we will try to give our points and the reasons why, and that's not a lot more that I can comment on.
But are you happy with the way that the process has been handled?
Yeah, there is a process, and when you get asked to give your observation and explain yourself, you have to do it in the right way, and we have the mechanism and the processes in place to do that, and let's see what happens.
And it'll be your 200th game in all competitions as Arsenal manager tomorrow. I think you've won more than any other manager in Arsenal history of those 200, including Arsene Wenger. So how does that make you feel?
Great, really proud to reach that number in a big club is always difficult, and that means that you do have to win a lot of games, and hopefully a lot of more positive things they will come.
Another 200.
Or 300 or whatever. The most important one in our job is tomorrow. That's the only thing that matters.
Go to Becky from the Premier League.
Mikel, going to Brentford, always a tough place to go, but you seem to have more success than perhaps other Premier League clubs and managers. What do you see that others don't when you go there?
Well, depending how you look at it, because 2 years ago we had a really tough start to the campaign. We learned from that. It's a really tough opponent, really difficult place to be. You look at the stats, and as you said, all the clubs going there, they make it extremely difficult. They are really effective, really well coached, and it will be a tough match tomorrow.
I know you're telling me you're not bothered about the top of the table, but will you have the Man City-Liverpool game maybe on in the morning, the team bus on the way over?
We'll watch the games, that's for sure, because we're interested in the league and be always on top of everything, but we have to focus on us.
And just a word on Thomas Frank, what he sort of managed to create at Brentford with the culture and the playing style. What are your thoughts on that?
With Thomas, with the coaching staff, with the club, for me, it's one of the most, one of the best run clubs in the league, and I followed it for many years, and the things that they do, the structures that they had, the process that they had in place, the vision that they had. It's incredible what they've done with the resources that they have. So huge credit to them, not only to achieve and get to this level, but the way they maintain it as well, with so many changes and the environment that this league demands as well.
Thank you, Mikel.
Over to George from the BBC.
Mikel, hello. So just on the FA charge, are you going to contest it then? You're not
Sorry?
going to accept the FA charge, you're going to contest it?
No, we've been asked to give our observations, our opinion, and to run through everything that happened on the day, and that's what we're going to do. That's it.
I know hindsight's a wonderful thing, but if you could turn the clock back, would you say it all again, what you said on the same thing?
That's not possible. It's like in the game, I give the lineup, then we don't win, and I say, would you do the same one? Yeah, easy, innit? I hope we could do that and stop it and rewind. Say, well, give the ball to him instead of them. We cannot do that. Unfortunately, things go really fast. You have to do that, and that's it. You learn from everything, that's for sure.
And just a word on, Tomiyasu, since he's come into the team this season, he's done really well, but
Yeah.
there's a story linking him with a move to Bayern Munich this week. And I just wondered, what's the position of the club? You want him to stay, and will he be staying, basically?
I really want him to stay. I value the player a lot. I really like him. I think it's loved and respected by everybody at the club. He's getting a lot of minutes now. He's getting his availability to the level that we need to for him to make an impact in the team, and he will continue to be with us.
Thank you.
Ian from TalkSport.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Hope you're well. Tomorrow's game yours is not the early game. Liverpool once again having to play early against Manchester City. How much of an advantage after an international break does that give you? Because we often hear from managers who play the early game, especially Jurgen Klopp, who will play a lot of them, about how maybe disadvantaged they are.
Yeah, obviously, if all the managers would like to play on Sunday, probably better than Saturday or Monday if possible, especially the ones that we have a lot of internationals. They've been flying around the world, and they have played 2 games. But as well, we have certain commitments, and we don't have much to say in terms of the fixture list, and we have to adapt to it.
In terms of Aaron Ramsdale, who will play tomorrow, a lot of people saying with England coming up in the summer of the Euros, maybe he would look to move in January or to get more game time. As a manager, how do you put your arm around someone who has gone from being number 1 to number 2 and convincing him that you need him and that he still will be within the plans of the national team by sticking with you?
My job is to try to help every single player in the best possible way every day, to make him better, to give him the best possible chance to fulfill their potential in their career, and get to the highest level as they possibly can, with no exception in any position or any player.